Hey everybody, Mr. Odom here, and we're going to work out problems 22 and 24 from section 10.4. Make sure you got your goodies, pencil, composition book or notebook paper to take notes, and your calculator. And the learning target for this video is I can find the probability of a compound event. So what are we doing here? We're spinning the spinner, we're flipping a coin, and we're spinning a spinner again. Okay. We want to find the probability of, for the first one, of spinning an odd number, flipping heads, and then spinning yellow. So I kind of wrote that probability out here. Probability of getting an odd, heads, and yellow. And it is 2 over 18. And how did we get that? Well, I looked at what are all the possible outcomes. Well, for spinning an odd, there's 3 possible outcomes on here on the spinner. So that's where I got 3. For flipping a coin, there's 2 outcomes, heads or tails. For spinning a yellow, well, there's 3 colors on there. So I have 3 choices. So that gives me the number of possible outcomes. And for this one, I could actually write down what the favorable outcomes are. I could get a 1 or a 3. Those are the odd numbers. I could get heads, and I could get a yellow. So I can see what those 2 outcomes are. There's my sample space. Another way to do it is let's look at the favorable outcomes because we want to figure out outcomes. So for odd, there's 2 odd numbers, 1 and 3. For heads and tails, there's heads. There's 1 outcome for that. That's heads. And for the color, there's only 1 color that's yellow. When I multiply that together, I get 2. And that's how many favorable outcomes I have in my sample space. So 2 over 18, which I simplify to 1/9, which gives me about 11.1% when I put that in my calculator. What about for not spinning red, which means I would be spinning blue or yellow, flipping tails, and then not spinning an even number, which means I'd want to spin an odd number, which are 1 and 3. So my the number of possible outcomes hasn't changed. There's 18 of those. Okay, so that's my denominator. In the numerator, though, not spinning red, well, that's blue or yellow. Those are my choices. Those are the 2 outcomes. For tails, there's only 1 outcome on the coin that gives me the tails. And then for not even means odd. I would need to spin a red or yellow. So there's 2 outcomes there. I multiply together and get 4. That goes in my numerator. I simplify, and I could turn that into a percent if I want. 2 divided by 9 is 0.2 repeating, and I could just estimate that percent. So that's all you had to do for these 2 problems. Hopefully that was helpful. And if you got questions, make sure you bring them to class. So this is Mr. Odom, and I'm out.